These people are mentally unstable.
You can be very intelligent and very good at what you do, and you can still be stupid.
He's looked at live space station footage on his laptop.
Ah, right, okay, that's fair. So, in roughly 24 hours, the participants of the final experiment will land in Antarctica, which will mark the beginning of the end for flat Earth. Or at least it would if most flat earthers weren't liars, because realistically, Critical Think's flight from Sydney to Chile proved that the Earth wasn't flat, and that happened before most of the participants even arrived in Chile. But now that they have arrived and they're all gathered together at Aeropuerto Internacional Carlos Ibanez del Campo, ready to fly to Antarctica, we join Peter and Pete to get some insight into what they think will be going on during the final experiment. So, let's have a look, shall we? Please subscribe.
Anyway, we're back again, annoying people with their views and opinions because
a lot of people dislike hearing other people's views and opinions.
Okay, cool. Start as you mean to go on, Pete, or Peter, whichever one of you it is. I can never tell. They sound exactly the same. But anyway, it's interesting that you say that people are interested in opinions. So you're not going to be sharing any factual information in your video then, just opinions. I just want to understand what I'm up against.
Yeah, absolutely, of course. And in today's instalment, we're going to have a little chat about the
final experiment.
Perfect, and that suits me down to the ground. I love talking about the final experiment, and I also really enjoy hearing flat earthers panicking. Sorry, I mean talking about the final experiment as well.
The final experiment, because it won't be really the final experiment.
None at all, no.
Why are so many flat earthers saying that this will not be the final experiment? Is it because they're so terrified of the results and they're already sort of announcing to the world that they're going to completely ignore them and carry on as if TFE never happened? Because that's what it sounds like, doesn't it?
And it's 5 days till the final experiment. We thought we'd put a video up about it now, and then after, when all these YouTubers, these globehead YouTubers, come back and put all their videos
return
of their magnanimous
endeavours, and the conclusions they draw from their observations.
Yeah, we'll actually do another video.
Yeah, but it's not just YouTubers that are globers, is it? There's 4 flat earthers there as well. And they're all going to witness exactly the same thing. So how exactly are you going to deal with what the flat earthers say after the final experiment?
These are the participants who are going along. Now all these people, we go back to our little thumbnail.
Let's go back to our
little thumbnail. So all these people, they're going to do is they're going to go to Antarctica, which is
Union Glacier Camp.
Union Glacier Camp. They're just going to stand there and they're going to be looking
upwards
at the sky.
Do you honestly think that Will Duffy spent $100,000 of his own money to get everybody down to Antarctica, and when they do get there, all they're going to do is gather around and stand there staring up at the sun?
At the sky.
And observing a celestial object's motion in the sky.
You both seem to be missing a few key details about the final experiment. First of all, it's not going to be just a casual sky watching party, and secondly, the observations won't be random. They are based on predictions derived from the globe model of the Earth. And if the Earth were flat, those predictions would be way off. But guess what? The observations will match the globe predictions with incredible accuracy.
Oh, well, there, look there. Well, I can see the sun look, the sun's been up for nearly
24 hours.
24 hours now. It's getting on to that already.
Hasn't even gotten dark.
Come round full circle. Well, you know what that means then, Peter, don't you?
There's 24-hour sun here.
Absolutely. Well, you know what that means though, Peter.
What?
It's a f***ing globe.
The Earth is a globe now. It used to be a globe. And in the future, it'll still be a globe. And it makes no difference what any flat earther ever says. Nothing will change reality.
Now, this is the thing. In our little thumbnail here, this is the mentality of globeheads.
And I don't know if you both realise this, but what one of you just said perfectly illustrates the mentality of flat earthers. And that mentality is that they're all completely mental because they think the Earth is flat.
The thumbnail really depicts globe heads mentality, because these people are mentally unstable.
Ah, right. You don't understand it, therefore we are mentally unstable. I really don't think flat earthers understand irony, do they? How about instead of calling us mental, you try and do something to show us why we're wrong? Provide evidence of a 24-hour sun working on the flat earth if you think you're up to the task.
They're irrational, they're illogical,
Yeah.
and they don't do science.
Yeah.
Well, okay, that's absolutely fine, because freedom of speech is a thing. You're entitled to say whatever you want or have any opinion about us that you choose to have. But let me just ask you this. When was the last time a flat earther or a group of flat earthers put $100,000 of their own money on the line to prove their side of the argument is right?
Yeah.
And yet they're all like going to, some of them will say, or think, from what we can see, we're standing on a ball.
Okay, well, if you think the observations that the guys down in Antarctica are going to make are wrong and you don't like it because you know that it's going to prove that we live on a globe, then explain to us in detail exactly how a 24-hour sun would be possible on a flat earth model. Then it would be argument over. That's all you've got to do, is provide evidence that is far more compelling than any evidence we can provide.
Yeah, that's the conclusion they will arrive at.
Yeah, because it's the logical conclusion, because it's already been predicted and it's already happened thousands of times before.
So they're looking up to conclude about something that they're standing on,
Yeah,
that's underneath them.
They're looking up at the sky in order to determine, to determine the Earth, the shape of the Earth that they're standing on.
Hang on, both of you, and can you please, for the sake of my sanity, stop finishing each other's sentences? It's creepy. And you're getting your cause and effect mixed up like a toddler when they try to put shoes on. You seem to think that we believe in a globe because the sun stays up for 24 hours in Antarctica. It's actually the other way around. The 24-hour sun is a result of the Earth being a globe tilted on its axis orbiting the sun.
To me, that sounds a bit perverse.
To me, it's just, well, perverted is a good word.
What? How the hell is looking at the sun perverted? Nobody's going to try and shag it, mind.
Well, it's illogical to be looking up at the sky in order to know the shape of the Earth.
Yeah, but you're both only saying that because you know full well what a 24-hour sun in Antarctica tells us about the planet we live on, because it's only possible on a globe.
Well, what would you normally do? If you wanted to know the shape of the Earth, what would you normally do?
Well, for a start, you'd accept the thousands and thousands of years of scientific evidence that demonstrate to us that the Earth is a globe.
Be looking at the Earth, wouldn't I?
Absolutely.
That's what I'd need to do. I'd need to look at the Earth.
And if you do decide to look at the Earth, you will discover that it's an oblate spheroid tilted on its axis, which is why the sun stays in the sky for 24 hours during the Antarctic summer.
And and from my point, the land that I look at, whether it's body of water or whatever, is level.
No.
So what you're saying then is the Earth is flat because it looks flat to you two, and you think that's logic?
You've got to change your frame of reference so you're not actually on the Earth.
So to find out if there is a 24-hour sun here on Earth during the Antarctic summer, you think it's best to do that while you're not on Earth?
Yeah, you've got
To change your frame of reference so you're actually able to look at the Earth.
Look at the Earth
to determine what shape it actually is.
You mean like the astronauts on board the ISS do every single time they look out of the window?
So you've basically got to be at a very high altitude.
To see the sun? I don't think that's right, lads.
Extremely high altitude. Yeah. But somebody would say, but we've already done that. They've already been up in space.
Well, I wasn't going to bring it up, but yeah, you're right. There's people in space right now looking at the Earth and seeing it's a globe, and you're calling them all liars.
But we think none of that's genuine, do we?
Of course you don't, because you're both flat earthers and not very good ones at that. But you have to say that all the things that go on in space are fake, because you know that every single time NASA or any other space agency launches a craft and they turn around and look behind them, they're seeing a globe.
All these people on the Globe Earth team, all these people, in our view, are just wasting their time, money and resources.
Absolutely, of course, yeah.
And why should that make any difference to a flat earther if Will Duffy chooses to spend $100,000 just to highlight to a bunch of cretins that the earth isn't flat? That's his business, not yours, or mine for that matter.
Because
by going on a stupid trip.
And why is it stupid? Is it because every flat earther on the planet knows for a fact that it is completely impossible for the sun to circle overhead for 24 hours a day on a flat earth?
Yeah, jolly.
To try and prove something
That cannot be proved.
No. To try and prove something which doesn't need to be proved.
Yeah, absolutely. But one thing it does do...
is upset every single flat earther on Earth.
One thing it does do, and that is it puts a kind of spanner in the works of this flat Earth map here.
Exactly, and thanks for bringing up the AE map, because I wasn't going to, but seeing as you have, it's no mystery to any of us why flat earthers are suddenly now saying that it's nothing to do with them and they never used it as a map. You all did. But now that you can't make a 24-hour sun work on your silly little flat pizza world, you're all saying, that's not our map.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
I mean, I would agree with that. But the thing is that I do not subscribe to this image.
Of course you don't.
Well,
to this map. I don't subscribe to it.
Yeah, like I say, most flat earthers no longer subscribe to it because of the final experiment. Well, if none of you subscribe to the AE map anymore, what map best represents what you think the Earth looks like?
Yeah, well, the thing is, another possibility is that Alexander Gleason may well have been supportive of the globe Earth.
Well, that's a first for me. I've never heard anyone say that Alexander Gleason wasn't a flat earther. He was famously a flat earther. He was the one who designed and published the AE map to try and prove to people that the Earth was flat.
But what he tried to do in 1892 was portray the globe Earth
in a different way,
in a two-dimensional way.
Moving the goalposts much?
But anyway, we ended up going on this video here for some weird reason. I don't know why we ended up on this. I don't think we've ever been on his channel.
Yeah, we can tell, which is why you clearly have no idea what the hell is going on with the final experiment. Maybe you should have done what flat earthers claim they do. A little bit of research before making this video.
The final experiment. Which side can predict distance between meridians? Well, if we think that the globe has been built upon the actual Earth, which is a level plane, then everything that works on the globe will work on the level plane.
Yeah.
Apart from a 24-hour sun in Antarctica.
Absolutely.
You know, so which side can predict distance between meridians? Well, both can depict.
Yeah, you haven't watched this video either, have you? Because the question was, which side can predict the distance between meridians using their respective models of Earth? But you are right, both sides can make those predictions, but sadly only one side will get it right, and it won't be your side.
That's our answer to that. But
on a second, but you haven't answered anything. All you did was read out the question, and you clearly haven't watched the video.
Yeah, unlike all these people.
Unlike all those people there who accept beliefs, they accept conjecture, they accept things that haven't been proved to be true. Okay? To be true.
Well, technically speaking, and call me picky if you want to, but that's actually the exact opposite of what all those people do, me being one of those people, which is why I can answer it so confidently. If there's no evidence to support something, like, I don't know, like the flat Earth maybe, I do not believe it's a real thing. Now, there's a lot more to this video, and as much as I hate to have to say this, I just haven't got it in me to carry on listening to the drivel coming out of this pair's mouth. So, if you want to see the rest of the video, maybe watch it on their channel. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you again on Monday. Take care, everybody. Love you. Bye.
I don't think so. No, 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 no. I don't think so. No, 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 no. It's never, ever, 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 ever gonna